You know how people always say it's the ones closest to you who hurt you the most? I used to think it was just one of those Instagram quotes people post when they are feeling emotional. Something you scroll past without really thinking about. Until it happened to me. I met Kemi at a church program 3 years ago. She had one of those smiles that just disarms you. You know the type? Warm, genuine, like she could melt walls without even trying. She offered me a seat that day, right at the front. We laughed through most of the program, shared snacks afterward, and before I left, she had already taken my number. From there, it was like we had known each other all our lives. We did everything together. Shopping, sleepovers, late night talks about life and love. She knew the deepest parts of me. My struggles, my fears, my hopes. I trusted her completely. So completely, in fact, that she knew my phone password. I never thought twice about it. She was my sister. Then there was Tunde, my boyfriend of 5 years. We'd been through it all. The good, the bad, and the messy in between. He wasn't perfect, but I believed we had a future. Marriage, kids, a home. We had talked about it so many times. Then one rainy Friday, he sent me a text. We need to talk. Come over by 7. The minute I read it, my stomach turned. We hadn't been connecting lately. His calls were shorter, his visits less frequent. My gut told me this wasn't going to be a pleasant conversation. I didn't want to go alone, so I called Kemi. Babe, I can't, she said almost instantly. I have somewhere to be. Something in the way she said it, fast, almost rehearsed, made me pause. But I told myself I was overthinking. That night, I went to see Tunde. He didn't waste time. He said, I think we should end things. We've grown apart. No build-up, no gentle words, just a clean cut like a knife to the chest. I left in the rain, shaking. My instinct was to call Kemi, the one person who had always been there for me. But she didn't pick up. Not that night, not even the next morning. 2 days later, I was scrolling through Instagram when I saw it. A random friend's story. It was just a normal video from a lounge. Music playing, dim lights, people laughing. But in the corner of the frame, Kemi, leaning into Tunde, his hand resting comfortably on her thigh, like it belonged there. My first reaction was shock, then denial. Maybe it wasn't what it looked like. Maybe they just ran into each other. Maybe I was imagining the closeness. But the more I watched that video, the more I replayed it, the truth became impossible to ignore. I didn't call her. I didn't call him. I didn't send a single angry text. I just went quiet and I started watching. Over the next 2 weeks, I noticed things I had missed before. The way she suddenly had errands when I invited her out. The way he looked uneasy whenever we crossed paths. Her fake concern in messages, asking me if I was okay, but never actually showing up. You see, betrayal isn't always loud. It's not always someone screaming in your face or confessing under pressure. Sometimes it's a slow leak, small signs, tiny cracks, until one day, the whole thing collapses. 2 weeks later, I called her. My voice was warm, even cheerful. I told her I missed her and we should meet for lunch. She agreed immediately. That day, I sat across from her in a cozy little restaurant. She looked beautiful, like she always did. I smiled. I asked about her work, her family, her life, and then, halfway through the meal, I said I needed to step outside for a quick call. From the window, I watched it unfold. Tunde walked in, sat down across from her, brushed her hand with his. She leaned forward, smiling like a teenager. He looked relaxed, comfortable, like this wasn't the first time. I let them talk for a few minutes before I walked back in. Slowly, calmly, I pulled out my chair, sat down, and looked at them. Neither of them could meet my eyes. I smiled. "Relax," I said softly. "I'm not here to shout or throw drinks or make a scene. I just want to thank you both for showing me exactly who you are." They shifted in their seats, uncomfortable. Tunde clenched his jaw. Kemi's fingers toiled nervously with her napkin. "You know," I continued. My voice was still calm. "I used to pray for God to protect me from enemies. I didn't realize I needed to pray about my friends too." I stood, picked up my bag. I looked at them one last time. "You two deserve each other, and everything that comes with it." Then I walked out. No shouting, no tears, just silence. That night, I blocked them both, not just on social media, but in my life. It's been months now. I'm doing better. But every now and then, when the rain falls the same way it did that night, I remember, betrayal doesn't always come from your enemies. Sometimes it wears your clothes, eats your food, and calls you sister.